Hello everybody. The tailgate on my 2012 BMW X5 will not open. When I depress the key, you can hear the tailgate unlock, but the tailgate doesn't raise up. So the first thing I've done here is said, well, let me go in and check the fuses. So I've raised the tailgate. Make sure you get it all the way up so you don't hit your head on it. And if you remove, tailgate's down, if you remove the cover here on the right hand side, pull it out, behind here are your fuses. But before you even do that, check to see whether your control module is swimming. And by that I mean this gray box down here with the three connectors plugged into it is what controls the power tailgate. And sure enough, it's floating in water. That thing is full of water down in there. So I'm going to get the water out, try to dry out the electronics and see if I can salvage this unit. Before digging into this just now, my biggest fear was that I was going to have to replace these motorized struts. And they are wicked expensive. Even if you install them yourselves, the parts are very, very pricey. I think the list price is over $400 each, and they're not interchangeable. They're pretty sophisticated. They have basically a DC motor inside them with two Hall effect sensors. Those are magnetic sensors, and the Hall effect sensors are used to count the number of revolutions, and by counting the revolutions, the system knows approximately how high the tailgate is or whether the tailgate's all the way down. And just replacing parts is pretty simple, but I think what I read suggested that the parts are going to have to be initialized. But maybe I'm going to get lucky here in that I'll get the water out of it, I'll get the module out, I'll get the thing dried up, and maybe I can restore operation here. I also got to figure out where that water's coming from. Stuck my shop vac down there and sucked out all the water. I'm amazed at how much water's in here. You don't need any tools to get the module out. Just disconnect these three plugs. Black, white, black. They only go back in a certain way, so you don't really need to mark them. There's a little clip right here where my finger is. Press that clip and the module will pull out. There we go. So here's the module. I'm going to pop it open, get it drained out. Here's the back side of the circuit board. You can see how much water's been sloshing around in there. So let's say that's the average, but you can see there's water marks all the way up into here, and similarly over on this side. Here's my original part, 6135 730 4626. And my used replacement part, I went with the latest current part number, 6135 733 5274. I've got it installed, so let's see if it works. My hope is that a used part is not going to require coating. Maybe a new part won't require coating, but all the BMW instructions say coating's required. But I'm hopeful that since this came out of an existing vehicle, coating might not be required and this is going to work. So here we go. It works. Man, I'm happy. I opened it with my key. According to this technical information system page for BMW, if the spindle drives are replaced, the system needs to be initialized. I imagine that's through software. And it says if the control unit is replaced, it is necessary to relearn the upper end stop. To do so, the tailgate is moved to the upper end stop to block. If anybody out there knows what they're talking about or how to do this, please leave a comment below and help all of us. I do still have to find the source of this water leak. I've cleared the drains. There's a drain right here. There's one on the other side. But my suspicion is the drain tube, which is running off the back of the sunroof cassette, has detached itself somewhere. So the water's not running down the tube where it's supposed to go. It's running somewhere inside the frame of the car, and either down some wiring or down the interior sheet metal of the body. So I'm going to look around and search some more, find out where that water leak can be, but I got to get that water leak straightened out. I'm going to lose another module. In the meantime, I'm going to leave the module raised up a couple of inches, but I've still got wiring that's submerged in water down there, so I definitely need to find the source of my leak. So thanks for watching. How about a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you found this at all informative or helpful. But no coating required in my case with the new replacement module.